Well, good evening from London. Welcome to Piers Morgan Uncensored. Boris Johnson and Donald Trump are the big beast of political bull. But these two blonde bombshells of bluster now face a ferocious fight for their political lives. They've both been unravelled by the reckless breaking of laws they clearly think apply to everyone but themselves. And they're both going down in a tailspin of temper tantrums which attempt to shift the blame to everybody but themselves. Trump now faces his second arrest in 3 months on federal charges that he hoarded classified documents in his Florida estate, even piling them up in a shower. His response? I'm the victim. It's all a witch hunt. Boris Johnson's...
It's a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax. Just like Russia, just like the fake dossier was a hoax. I'm an innocent man. I did nothing wrong. And we will fight this out just like we've been fighting for 7 years.
Boris Johnson's stunning resignation from Parliament on Friday night was accompanied by a self-pitying tirade that could have been written by Trump himself. Facing sanctions from the Privileges Committee, which has been investigating whether he lied to MPs over his law-breaking lockdown parties in Downing Street, Johnson cried conspiracy. He called it a witch hunt, an attempt to subvert Brexit and democracy by a kangaroo court. But it's nothing really to do with Brexit. It's not a kangaroo court. 4 of its 7 members are Brexit-supporting Conservatives. They spent almost a year investigating. It's just the same old populist playbook. Deny it happened, claim it's a witch hunt. When all else fails, say the whole system is poisoned against them. Italy's former premier, Silvio Berlusconi, who has died, was another big beast of bluster, another extraordinarily charismatic leader. But he used the very same tactics, denouncing criminal charges against him as a political vendetta, a witch hunt, and working to undermine public trust in the very institutions responsible for delivering justice. Well, Boris Johnson resigned just hours after Downing Street published his resignation honours list without the names of some of his key supporters. 2 of them, Nadine Dorries and Nigel Adams, have joined him in quitting Parliament. Now Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has declared war by accusing Boris of asking him to intervene, presumably to get even more of his cronies on the list.
Boris Johnson asked me to do something that I wasn't prepared to do because I didn't think it was right. That was to either overrule the HOLAC committee or to make promises with people. Now, I wasn't prepared to do that. As I said, I didn't think it was right. And if people don't like that, then tough.
Well, Boris says Rishi's talking rubbish, but if Sunak is telling the truth, and the public can judge which of them has a better relationship with the truth, it's yet another attempt by Boris to subvert the rules to get what he wants. Plenty of Johnson's allies were given honours. His hairdresser becomes an officer of the British Empire. A 29-year-old former advisor, Charlotte Owen, becomes a life peer. Somebody no one's ever heard of, permanently ennobled by a Prime Minister who left office and now Parliament in shame and disgrace. And north of the border, another big beast of British politics, Nicola Sturgeon, is refusing to step aside from the Scottish National Party that she once led. She suspended SNP members for much less serious things than the police investigation into party finances that she's now embroiled in. Yesterday, she was arrested and quizzed by police for nearly 8 hours, but she remains in the party. Once again, one rule for you, another for them. But maybe the golden age of big beasts and their bull might just be coming to an end.